YouTube! What is up, everybody? We're back here. Fight rigging content. I know a lot of you have been asking for some fight rigging, and this is kind of my updated version. Actually, this is mostly a list sent to me from that Brennan sent me. Made a couple of small changes, but we're not playing as many payoffs as we usually do. I've definitely had fight rigging lists in the past that have had Valkyries and Ulabogs and all that stuff. We're going a little bit lighter on the payoffs. It's really just the 4 Amirius Calls and the 2 Symbiosis, with, I guess, Rishkar being a payoff. But we're using it more of just a value card that, you know, even if it just puts one counter on a creature every turn with Scales and Mentor, that's going to be good enough most of the time, and that's kind of what we're going for here. And the rest of it is just kind of all gravy. The other cool thing about making your payoffs all Amirius Call and Symbiosis is you can cut a lot of lands. So we're only playing 17 lands, but we have 23 effective lands with the 4 calls and the 2 Symbiosis. So getting to play less lands is kind of cool too. We're maxing out on 1-drops here. Experiment 1 Pelt Collector, both great, especially if you curve those into Conclave Mentor. And then Hopeful Initiate is another one that I haven't played in a ton of Scales decks before, because this is, most of the Scales decks I've been playing have been green-black. But Hopeful Initiate, really powerful, especially when you get to divide up a bunch of counters, so that's really cool. Luminarch Aspirant, another one that's really good with Scales and Mentor, especially like the curve of Scales into Aspirant is really powerful. 2 Gallic Raiders, 2 Lion Sash, not sure about those cards. We had Quirion Beastcaller in the deck just a minute ago, but I wanted to try cutting that card. Not the biggest fan of that card. I have played a little bit with it. So we're trying 2 Greeters, 2 Lion Sash. Sash is just, gives you some main deck graveyard hate. Can be a little bit of kind of like a haste type thing where you can just, play it, reconfigure it, and get some damage in that way. Dromoka's Command, really good with, Conclave Mentor, Hardened Scales, Removal Spell, and very good at just being able to kill small creatures early. And then Rishkar, good with Mentor, good with Scales. Pretty obvious. Sideboard, 4 Pithing Needle here for the mono-green matchup, 3 Shaper Sanctuary for Rakdos, 3 Rest in Peace for the graveyard decks, 2 Redain also for mono-green and Sacrifice, Destroy Evil mostly here for Shieldred, and then Dromoka's Command, 3 and 4 for when that card is good. So, I'll see you in a little bit. Let's get started. Yeah, I mean, there is something to playing Cityscape Leveler, because you do have the dream of hardcasting it with Rishkar, because if you have Rishkar, it does make a ton of mana. So I could see it, but we have 2 to 3 slots in the sideboard. Am I misremembering the card? What do you mean? I don't know what you're asking. Don't think that's the card. Are you thinking of Turn Timber Symbiosis? I'm confused. I'm not sure I understand where you're going with this one, Icy Wolf. We'll get there eventually. Looks like my turn 2 Lion Sash going to be a little bit too slow this game. Oh, not when they just discard Rafine's Informant. Yeah, so Symbiosis. Hold on. I'll get it up for you in a second. Card, turn, Timber, Symbiosis. Okay. I gotcha. So it's look at the top 7. You get a creature onto the battlefield, creature from among them onto the battlefield, and if it has mana value 3 or less, it comes into play with 3 counters on it. You may put a creature card from among them onto the battlefield. No blockerooskies. Interesting. We have 2 cards in hand. Could play Rishkar. Could play Fight Rigging. I think I want to play a 3-drop here, just to use my mana. I guess I could go Rishkar plus Pelt Collector. It's actually not a bad turn, right? I know I'm going Shields down on Sash, but it's pretty hard. Like, they would have to have exactly what? Land, Thoughtseize themselves, but yeah, it's just like, it's not really likely. Opponent's playing into a counters deck as well. Yeah, very true. I just want to get a bunch of stuff onto the battlefield, because they're likely going to go Land Chariot this turn, so I want to make sure I have like enough stuff to be able to try to kill the Chariot. Because I can go Land, because I could also hold the Visage for Chariot, but I can go Land, Fight Rigging, put a counter here, make it a 4/4, and then if they crew the Chariot, I can go counter fight the Chariot as a 5/5. I'm going to take 6 here. Since you've seen a Tasigur. These Greasefang decks usually have one Tasigur. I think it's a fine one of. Okay, Parhelion in the graveyard. Still no land, hilarious. So why don't we go play Fight Rigging. We can go counter on Rishkar. Not the best set of hits. I guess we take second Fight Rigging. Then we go combat, counter on Rishkar, pass. I think we chill. Just hold up command / lion sash activation. I know we actually have a 4/4 that blocks their 3/2s. You only pay attention to formats where Jolter is legal. Not legal in this format, unfortunately. Or fortunately, depending on how you look at it. Alright, if they shove, I will block this one because it gets exiled. Just take 6. Wonder if they're trying to set up like Witherbloom command post-combat, give my thing -1/-1. But then I could just go... I guess I can't really do anything else. Okay, that's fine. I kind of don't want to besiege them quite yet. Draw common response. Yeah. So let's eat the Parhelion. I could besiege you now just to use my mana. But I mean, it's only 1 mana because I have the Rishkar. I think I could just wait a turn. I think I have enough mana lying around. Okay. This is getting a little awkward. Rishkar plus Sash confirm busted, though you can tap Sash to help equip it. Yeah. I think I want to put a counter on the 3/3. So I have 2 things to blank their informants. Yeah, so let's go counter on the Sash. I know it's a little bit awkward with the Fight Rigging, because I'm not getting closer to, getting the rigging trigger, but I need to try and, contain the board a little bit. So now we pass. Yeah, that's true. We can also kill the Chariot with Hopeful if they crew, so they probably... Yeah, that's a good point. They can't crew into the Hopeful Initiate. So we have the Chariot on lockdown here, we have the 3/2s on lockdown here, so we're not doing too bad. That's interesting. I kind of want to let them take the command. Because if I cast the command now, what do I go, like, counter here, fight... I could go counter and then just kill a 2/2, and then still have these back to block these. Yeah, that's probably fine. Counter... Yeah, counter fight I think is fine. So counter here, these 2 fight there. Is there any value to not cast it? Well, the issue with casting it, right? Now, if they crew the Chariot, it actually gets kind of weird, because in order for me to use the Hopeful Initiate before combat, I have to tap my creatures. Like, I have to tap these 3 mana. But I guess in that case, I could just besiege it. Like, if they crew this now, I just besiege it. Okay, that doesn't really do anything. Yeah, so now if they... Okay, this is fine. So I can let them go to combat. Now I think I tap the Brushland to besiege you the Chariot. Yeah, this is good. And now, if they attack with everything, I just eat these 2 and go to 2. I think. I might chump the cat to not die to Witherbloom command. I doubt they're attacking, but... Modern Prowess is good again. Are you going to try it out, or are you still off Modern for... I was thinking about playing it. No, I'm not off Modern. I've been talking about this a lot. I'm probably going to go back to playing Modern with some sort of regularity. Like, maybe do half and half. Like, little, Modern stream here, Prowess, or Pioneer stream there, you know what I mean? But I do want to go back to playing a little bit of Modern. So, don't really have good attacks. I do like the food decks. Okay, let's put a counter on Rishkar. Oh, you know what I could have done? I could have activated the Sash twice to, Yeah, I should have done that. I should have activated Sash twice to trigger the rigging. I should have went activate, target with the rigging, have a 7/7, then cast the other rigging. Should have done that for sure. 50-50 Modern Pioneer, so it's a win for me. Yeah. Yeah, I'm probably going to start going back to playing a little bit of Modern. Maybe do... Is it better to do like half Pioneer, half Modern in the same stream, or do like, Modern on Monday, Pioneer Tuesday, Modern Wednesday, stuff like that. You know what I mean? I feel like it's probably better to do one format per stream. I agree. It is also better to do what makes me happy. I do agree with that. No, we're not double queuing. Anytime, Nitrum, anytime. Glad you using Mana Traders. Glad you're enjoying it. Yeah, Lion Sash is really good. Wait, no, it has to be a permanent, right? Is there any permanents? Yeah, Tassiger. I don't think I want to take a damage, because I am a little bit worried about Witherbloom Command, potentially. So I'm just not going to take a damage off this. I could eat something else, but I don't want to go. I don't want to get in Witherbloom range. I do need to end this game at some point, because I still can't really attack yet. I can maybe get in there with the Lion Sash. It's a weird game. We just need to find Amiria's Call off the fight rigging. Ooh, that's actually not bad. That makes the Pelt Collectors big. Okay, trigger there. So now we go to combat. Counter on Rishkar. Play the fight rigging. Hit the Amiria's Call, that's good. Do we attack? I don't think so. I think we're chilling. I think I wait one more turn now that I found the call. Like, I think the only thing we're losing to is, like, double Witherbloom Command. I think we have everything else on lock. Yeah, that's fine. I accept. I might just sack the Conclave Mentor. Maybe I'll sack the Pelt Collector instead. It's probably better to keep the Mentor with double fight ringing. Removal Connive works for them. No, because I have the Initiate. If they find a removal spell, I have the Sash and the Initiates. They have to answer 2 creatures in order to start, like, setting up a Greasefang thing. So they have to answer the Initiate and the Sash, and then also bin a Parhelion. They need a lot to go right. While we're here, chat, just wanted to say thank you all for tuning in. Viewership has been pretty good today. Hope you guys are having an excellent night. Appreciate you being here. Be sure to follow the stream if you're not already. You know the deal. Casting Lily was the easy part. Now what do we do? I'm just not going to activate it. Minus. Yeah, I'll just... Actually, sacking the Mentor gets me 2 life. Like, realistically, I don't really need the counters from the Mentor. Like, I already have enough stuff in play anyways. I don't know, I'll eat some shit. Why not? You can unfollow? You could. Alright, combat. I don't know. I'm going to put 2 counters here, because the Pelt Collectors are going to grow bigger when I get the Amiria's Call anyways, so... I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast. Amiria's Call. I have a 7/7. Oh, my stuff has Indestructible. Probably attack with the 2 biggins, right? Is it until my next turn they have Indestructible? Until my next turn? Okay. Well, they're off it, so we're good. Alright, game 2 against Greasefang. Let's bring in the Rest in Pieces and the Dromcoms. Destroy Evil does not kill Greasefang. It does kill Parhelion, but killing Parhelion or Chariot... It kills Chariot, which I guess is relevant, but I think 4 command plus Rest in Peace is probably enough. I'm going to cut the Gala Greeters. Kind of not really into that. And it's not easy to figure out the remaining cuts. 3 cards, chat. 3 cards. Could cut Rishkar. It's a little bit slow in the draw. Although, the cool thing about Rishkar is it gives me, like, it kind of bumps my mana a little bit. Could cut Aspirant. Like, trim Aspirant. Maybe, like, 2 Aspirant, 1 Rishkar. Lion Sash has no text with Rest in Peace in play. Yeah, but what about the games where you just, don't draw Rest in Peace? It's just more copies of Rest in Peace. I'm not going to cut Lion Sash from my deck. Experiment 1 sucks. In general or in this matchup? I disagree. I think you just want max 1 drops. The way that I look at these decks, Brendan, is I want to maximize my nut draws. And I think Experiment 1 maximizes your nut draws. It's also much better than Pelt Collector with Initiate, because if you have a 1/1 Pelt Collector, Initiate does not pump it. Whereas if you have a 1/1 Experiment 1, Initiate does pump it. So I would argue that Experiment 1's actually better than Pelt Collector. I know Trample, etc., etc., just play both. Just max out your nut draws. What is Pithing Needle on the board for in this matchup? You can turn off career ability. So, I agree with you. It would normally be fine in this matchup, but between Lion Sash, Rest in Peace, and Forge Rabocus commands, I think we have enough stuff to where it's extremely narrow. Mostly it's here for mono green, because you can name Karn the Great Creator to stop them from comboing. Most of the time, that's what Pithing Needle in the sideboard. Like, if you see Pithing Needle in a sideboard, most of the time, the idea is that it's good against mono green, to name Karn. I doubt they're going to keep in Liliana, too. Buddy and I put a demo together. Can I put that as a song request? Sure, I don't mind. As long as it's not against TOS, you can song request whatever you want. Yeah, we did Pants Feet, so... Canister came in and started a riot, essentially. All the faithless looters started requesting gotchi songs and Pants Feet and all that stuff. But it was a good time. It was a good time. This hand's really slow and has no sideboard cards. What a mole. Oh. Well, this hand has 1 land and no sideboard cards, so I guess I will also mull. 5 for a song request, Doodle. 5 for a song request, 10 for a deck tech. Yeah, or points. Imagine mulliganing. What's it like to mulligan? I don't know what it's like. Well, it's a 1-laner, but it has a Rest in Peace, so... Can't ship it. Mark Chalice, thank you so much for the 16 months. Much appreciated. Hope you're having an excellent day today. Alright, we got a song request from Kaya. I will put that in the queue. Can you PM on Discord? Yeah, you can. I don't mind. Land. Land. Mod check land. Mod check land. Meltdown. It's not a land. I am going to play Pelt Collector. That might have been worse than playing Initiate. Not sure. It's probably better to have the land on white too, because then any land lets me cast Rest in Peace. Whereas now it's like really awkward if I draw a Forest. But alright. We got a PM. Let's see. Did you message me? Yeah, here we go. Oh, you have an MP4 file, or MP3 file. Okay. So we'll do song request from Kaya, and then I'll just listen to that. I gotcha. Land. F's in the chat. I mean, I guess the upside is they haven't milled a Parhelion yet, but... Meltdown. One idea for this deck that would be would both add oomph and might help trigger fight rigging is Avatar of the Resolute. Yeah, I actually was going to play Avatars. I decided to play the Gala Greeters instead. I think the upside on Gala Greeters making treasures to help hardcast Emiria's Call and Turn Timber Symbiosis is slightly better. And also you still get the counters from, Gala Greeter triggers, but it's possible that Avatar is better. And Avatar having Trample is nice too, so it might be better. The really awkward part about Avatar of the Resolute is Emiria's Call is the best, green-white payoff that we're paying for fight rigging, and having a double green card with 4 Emiria's Calls can be a little awkward sometimes. That's my one pushback on Avatar. And I don't want to cut any number of calls, because call is the best thing you can hit off of fight rigging. We're a little bit far away from this Dromoka's command. I mean, it's possible their hand's just dog shit, but... I mean, now if I draw a land at this point, I'm not casting Rest in Peace. Yeah, we do have 23 lands. I know it looks like we only have 17 lands, but we have 23 lands. So, I feel like 23 is a good number. Yeah, pain and suffering. F in the chat. I mean, I did keep a 1 later. I was on 6, though, so... Or no, this was a 5, right? Yeah, this was a 5, I think. At least they have nothing to reanimate, but... Still have no chance. Good timeout. Let's go, timeout, let's go. I'll discard my second copy of Rest in Peace. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have shown them that. I mean, they probably assume that I have it. Alright, let's go to game 3. I will submit. Little Polyphia. I do love me some Polyphia. Alright, this hand looks a lot better. This hand is excellent. Okay, so the way that I want to sequence this is turn 1 Pelt Collector, turn 2 Conclave Mentor, turn 3 Experiment 1 Initiate, because Initiate pumps the Experiment 1, but not the Pelt Collector. So, every time I listen to Polyphia, I just get more and more blown away at how good they are. Started playing Magic today because LGS gave me a starter deck and some packs to try it out. Your screen looks very different than my Magic Arena. Yeah. Yeah, for those of you who are maybe new to Magic, this is not Magic Arena. This is what the kids call the old school client. Magic the Gathering Online. I mean, I don't mind Arena that much, specifically for Limited. I think Arena is decent for Limited, but I think Arena's not I prefer this for Constructed, but I do prefer Arena for Limited. Like, I think if I was going to play a Brothers War Draft, I would much prefer to play a Brothers War Draft on Arena than Magic Online. But yeah, this is a different version of Scales, though. We're trying fight rigging in this version. Yeah, still Scales. What's up, Vinny? But yeah, if you're new to the game, Non-Gloria, welcome. Magic is dope. Magic is great. It's also great when they don't mill a Parhelion. This draw is disgusting. Go. Experiment 1. God, this draw is insane. Is it free to play a draft in Arena? Not really, no. Not really. My first of them live, and the bassist goes sing along if you know the words before banging out 5 instrumental songs. Classic. That's awesome. The question is, though, did you know the words? Did you know the words, though? Jump block. Yeah, I would have known all the words. It's free to play if you play exactly how the designers intended you to. Yeah, I mean, like, when you sign up for a new Arena account, do they give you free stuff? Like, I'm assuming they give you free stuff. Yeah, turn 3, by the way. Turn 3, I have 12 power. It was a good turn 3. Good turn 3, chat. I think it's a good turn 3. Do you get enough free stuff to fire up a draft is the question. They do mill plus drain. Okay. Full Pioneer in 2030. If we're lucky, right? That sounds like a lot of copium. It is close. We're getting close for sure. We are getting close. I'm actually just not going to cast Fight Rigging because I think the only way I lose this game is getting Greasefanged, and I have Hopeful Initiate in play, so... Slightly worse, I guess, if they have Fatal Push, because they can just push this end of turn, but... How'd the Artifact version go? The Artifact version... Oh, I guess... No, it wasn't lethal, right? I put them to 1. No, it was 1 short, right? If I play this, it's 1 short. They're at 3, this is 2 more damage. The Artifact version was decent. I think the Artifact version felt pretty good. We beat Blue-White Control twice somehow. It feels like that version maybe has a little bit more staying power. Specifically, the biggest interaction, that like the best part about playing the last version, the Artifact version, was Animation Module. That card felt really good. So like the synergy between Animation Module and the Yoshin Dissident, which basically just turn it, like if you have those 2 cards, it's essentially just what you call it, Thopter Sword. So I like that interaction. That interaction was good to the point where I think I'd want to just play 4. To the point where I'd want to just play 4 module. All right, you're dead. All right, just making sure we get everything set up. Cool. We're good. All right, round 2. I like it so far, by the way. Round 2, we are 1-0. Got what is effectively a 4-lander with Experiment 1 Rishkar rigging. On the draw, I think we can do better. This is a 1-lander. I think I'm going to go to 5. This one's closer, but because it has scales. You know what? Let's just keep this on 6. I don't know if I should, but I'm on the draw. I get 2 shots at it. This hand's so fucking good if we draw land. I'm going to lead Scales, I think. Maybe leading Initiate's better. Kind of close. I do have a terrible track record of drawing lands, that is true. Okay, we drew a land, although I still think on the draw we're kind of... This is going to be a tough one. I think I'm supposed to play Gala Greeters this turn, take a shit ton of damage, and then I guess just, like, hope next turn? I don't even know how I get out of this. I guess I can play Conclave Mentor and try to trade. Could also maybe just play Double Initiate there. Get me on cam for energy. I don't make the feature matches, Vinny. I could try, but... Vinny is, like, the best possible person in the world to do an interview. That was the best interview that I've ever seen in my entire life. so good. Just, like, so good. Alright, well, I don't think our best 7-card hand was beating this draw on the draw, so I'm okay with it. What do we want against Mono White? I kind of like the song, by the way. I like the song Doodle. If you don't mind me asking, what do you do in the band? I like it. It's nice. I pay for another video interview. Composed everything but the guitar. Nice. Okay, gotcha. Sounds good. I like it. Alright, we want Dromcoms, and I think that's it against Mono White. Probably got the Lion Sashes call it a day. Yeah, seems pretty easy. It's got a nice vibe to it. Triple Experiment 1 Rishkar, huh? Well, let's experiment and see if this hand works. Do a little experimentation. Yeah, it's a nice instrumental track. Any evolvers in chat? Oh, baby. Okay, well now I just do that, right? That was a really good draw, I think. Luminarch Aspirant. So I can go counter on the experiment ones and then get a counter on the Hopeful Initiate. Take 8, go to 10. Good luck. So it seems like a play-draw thing, huh? It seems like a play-draw thing. Who would have thought play versus draw? Well, we're kind of out of gas. Could still lose this game. Let's just go... I mean, I have to offer the trade like this here. So attack with these two. This is 6. They might just take this. They could also double block. They're taking it. Okay, let's play Experiment 1. Layer's not... Like, if we were going to draw a land, Layer's certainly the best one, but... Trade, they have a 3/3. I mean, if I remove 2 counters, they just don't lose their guy, right? Because then I have a 1/1, so... Yeah, I guess it's not a trade, but they also don't lose their guy. Alright, I could actually lose this game now. Kind of sick. Yeah, we can also make Rishkar, or make Lair a little bit bigger with the Rishkar. That's effectively free, because it puts a counter here. So let's play that. I can make a 1, 2, 3, 4. I can make a 4/4 Lair, that's it? It's not even that good. Just trade for this, right? I mean, maybe I have to trade for this. Yeah, I think I have to. Right? Because, like, if I let them keep the Aspirin in play, it's just going to get a lot worse for me. Yeah, it's just going to keep getting worse. Because they're just going to make this bigger. They could also, like, double with the Cathars and sack the Bodyguard and basically trade Bodyguard Cathar for this, but I feel like that's worse, because then I get the Initiate back. Which Cathar have they chosen? They chose this one, okay. I feel like they were supposed to choose this one. I don't know if it matters that much, but... Yeah, they can also do this, sure. Alright, song request for Doodle. I like that song, that was really good. I like it a lot. Alright, now we got one from Apeshit. Little Lorna Shore for you guys. I think they should have gone to nighttime. Vinny, take it easy, buddy. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate the gifted subs again. Have a good night. Hope I see you on camera in Louisville. Alright. Thalia. Yeah, I mean, just gonna send with a 5/5. I have nothing else to do. They flip if we send. They have no cards in hand, though. It's not like they can double spell. I mean, I guess them just having 3/3 first strikes is a lot worse for us, but I don't know. If we don't send, they get to keep this, and it's also bad for me. I don't know. Like, they probably, if I play this and do, like, I play this, no attacks, right? Then they just make this a 6/6 and pass anyways. Now it's even worse for me, right? Like, I just think it's going to be bad for me no matter what I do. Trying to think of how I actually win this game. Definitely not flipping. Yeah, I can't really attack. There I go. I feel like maybe my only out is getting towards Emiria's Call somehow. It's going to be pretty difficult, though. Well, if they flip, I'm just going to scoop. Alright. Man, that was tough. It's such a good start, too, you know? Such a good start. Hey, are they? Opening hand looks pretty good? Question mark? Yeah, I can't mull this. I'm sorry to hear that, Otter. I'm sorry to hear that, bunny. Glad I'm not working. Same. When the field is a lotus. I don't know. I've seen a little bit of both, Tico. I've seen some lists play like I've seen it here and there. I've seen a couple copies, but I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, it's probably a worse card than whatever the other one is. I forget the name of it. Draw 2, make a treasure. It's probably worse than that, but. And a date for the Beezer interview. First available date is 11th of January. Nice, nice, nice. Where's the PT, by the way? Does anybody know where the Pioneer PT is? It's in Philly. Oh, right. It's that weekend in Philly. Okay, that's no, it's not. It's not the weekend of. It's not the SCG thing, right? It's separate from the SCG. It's in the MagicCon, but that's not what the SCG thing is, right? That's different. Or is it? I have no idea, dude. I have no clue. Like going to the MagicCon. I mean, I'd like to. I'd like to go to just Bird. SawCon? What's that? Wait, what's SawCon? Don't scoop to Emergent? Alright, fine. Wait. What did I play this turn? I guess Scholar Greeters. Can't really attack. MagicCon is 17th to 19th of February. So that's not the same thing as the SCG, though, right? January 13th, 15th. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I guess we're going to Philly twice then. Yeah, I mean, I want to go to the MagicCon just to, you know, do some side events, bird the PT. Like, I just like watching people play high-stakes Magic, you know? So we just go Scales Mentor. We're probably just dead, but... I'm sorry for who I was. Sad Boy Music Hour. The song's great. The song is so good. F6. Why not hold up Dramoka's command? I mean, I just can't do anything. Like, I need to pressure them. I can't just, like, what do you want me to do? Play Hardened Scales Pass? Like, I gotta pressure them, guy. You know? Like, if I go Hardened Scales Pass, attack for 1, like, it's just, I need to put some pressure into play. I just have to hope they don't have it. You know? If I don't die this turn, maybe I get a turn. It's like, I can't just have 2 1/1s in play and do nothing else. I have to try to kill them. Arriving in Philly on 13th, so I'm just going to miss it. Sag. This February 11th, February 11th to 13, SCG Con comes to Philadelphia. Oh, so what's January then? No, I'm confused. SCG Con Jersey. Okay, so Jersey is January 13th to 15th. So when's SCG Philly? Or no. Is Philly just... So there is no SCG Philly, right? It's just... Philly is the MagicCon, I think. Now I'm confused. I don't know, man. I have what? 1 floating? Alright. Yeah, so there's an SCG in Jersey in January, and then the MagicCon, the SawCon in Philly in February, right? Yeah, there's been a lot of Lotus decks. A ton of Lotus decks. Alright, so I guess I will be going to SawCon. Every ADTR song is a banger. I don't know, you can figure it out. I'm off it. February 10th is when the next set releases, so at least everyone will have a week or 2 to get cards. Yeah, I think it's going to follow a similar set release structure as to the Atlanta RC did, right? Do you want Needle for stage? Dromcom kills Omniscience. It's like, we don't really have, you know, a heavy hitter. We don't have a Haymaker against Lotus Field, like something like a Damping Sphere. We just have cards that, like, interact with one piece of the combo, you know? Guess Redain, too. Redain's good. Redain's probably the best one, because it's good against Ultimatum and Pour. Probably cut the Lion Sashes. A little bit too slow, I think. Just go fast. Cut, like, Gala Greeters. Maybe cut Rishkar, because Rishkar's too slow. We just want to max in the 1-drops. I don't know if I want 4 Dramokus commands, though. What if I did, like, 3 Dromcom, 3 Needle, keep a Rishkar? Let's try that. First ADTR song, so I wouldn't expect them to be a little heavier. Well, their old stuff was, like, super duper heavy. But yeah, like, some of their newer stuff is a little bit lighter. This is why I hate Pelt Collector. I mean, I still wouldn't keep the same regardless, but... Okay, 2-lander, a little bit better. This is a weird one. So I think I'm supposed to put back Hopeful Initiate, and I can go turn 1, Experiment 1, turn 2, Pelt Collector, Hopeful, trigger, and then hopefully rip a land to go turn 3, land, Redain, trigger, trigger. Yeah, I like that. Because the Redain's going to trigger the Experiment 1 and the Pelt Collector. No, if I play Pelt Collector on turn 2... Oh, I see what you're saying. If I just keep the second Initiate and just forget about the Pelt Collector, then I get to go Experiment 1 into Initiate, and then even if I don't draw a land, I can still attack for 6, because these will both get pumped by the... Yeah, maybe that's better. Because keeping the Pelt Collector, I think, is a lot worse if I don't draw land, right? So... Another banger song. Deja vu. Okay. Let's play this. Alright, I need a land, chat. I need a land. You draw a land, they keep draining? Yeah. Oh, that's true, because if I draw a land, this is a 3/3, and then these will trigger twice. That's a good point, yeah. Land is so massive here. Because land cuts them off of comboing. Land probably wins us the game. Unless they have Lockdown. I don't know. Do these decks usually play Lockdown as like a 3-mana sweeper? I don't actually know. Because the other sweepers they won't be able to cast. I thought they used to play a 3-mana sweeper. Oh, they have Path of Peril, right? I guess we can't beat that card either, but yeah, they do Path of Peril. Land. I mean, it's not bad, but probably did. God, land would have been so sick there. I mean, it's still decent next turn, so we can attack for 9, but there's, you know, probably not going to be a next turn. Or maybe there is. We need a land now, though. Actually rigged. Dryad Arbor Spell and Nissa. Which Nissa? Yeah, I honestly, when I built this deck, Icy Wolf, I actually thought that 23 land might have been too many. I wanted to go to like 16 lands, plus the 6 Emeria things. But who shakes the world? Oh, because you get you get like a big mana boost. Sag in the chat. That's kind of cool. I assume you play it in like a devotion shell. Yeah, if only we had a mana sink. If only there was some sort of X artifact that we could, you know, play and put counters on that also maybe perhaps dealt damage to our opponents. You guys got any ideas? That seems like a powerful card. Play Bitter to give them haste. What, the Dryad lands? Bitter Reunion, Awaken the Woods. Where I feel like we're saucing up a little bit too much here. I feel like we got a little bit too much sauce. I feel like there kind of there's got to be something good to do with Bitter Reunion plus haste in Pioneer, right? Like, what is the best thing that you can give haste to? Is the answer just like Chariot and shit? Some sort of vehicle? Yeah, but like, how do you get those big idiots into play, right? Like, how do you get that shit into play? All right, we're getting another turn. Please, God, give me a land. I don't ask for much. It does let us trigger the Hopeful Initiates, but I think it's a little bit too late. I guess I go counter on the Mentor. Yeah. Yeah, so they just block these two, take 6, go to 4. The best is Fable. Oh, like flip Fable? Yeah, probably. That's actually kind of cool, because both Fable and Bitter Reunion play into the reanimate aspect. There's no good reanimate spells, though, right? Like, what's the reanimation spells? Is there any that cost 4 mana? I don't think so. I know there's a bunch of 5 mana ones. I wish there was one that cost 4. I guess Refurbish, but yeah. But, I mean, the issue with Refurbish is unless you're refurbishing exactly Cityscape Leveler, the Bitter Reunion haste aspect doesn't really work that well with that, you know? Shieldred's one from DMU is 4, but it hurts you. How does it hurt you? Touch on the... touch where the doll hurt you. Oh, so it's just Reanimate? Man, we've come a long way from Reanimate. That card used to cost 1 mana. Now it costs 4. Blood for Bones. Blood for Bones is you have to sack, right? I know there's a 5 mana one from Theros. I forget what it's called, but it's like 4 and a B. Additional cost, you sack a creature, and you actually return 2. I forget what it's called. It's like return. I think it's Return from the Underworld or something. It's like 5. I think it's an instant, too. I think it's 5 mana instant. Additional cost, sack a creature, reanimate 2. Which is powerful. Get like 2 Cityscape Levelers, give them haste. Oh, Rescue from the Underworld, that's what it is. Oh, no, you don't get 2. You get, okay, you get the thing you sacked, and you get the, okay, so you don't get 2. It's sack, reanimate something, and then get the thing that you sacked back. So it's not reanimate 2. 3 BB sorcery, return to a creature from your graveyard to the battlefield. When you discard Edgar's Wing and pay black, you should give it to your hand. There's also Obsidat's Aid too, right? That card's legal. Victimize, yeah. Actually, if Victimize was legal, that card would be not okay. Am I dead? I don't know. We'll see if they kill me. I might be dead. I might not be. I feel like I probably am. Oh, what? Now they can flashback petition for Ultimatum. Right? I believe we are dead. I feel like we would have won this game if we drew a land at any point before, turn 5. Unfortunate. Yeah, if we were able to play this Redain and put more pressure on them, this game would have been pretty easy, but that is how the cookie crumbles. I haven't yet subbed Daniel, I haven't yet. Yeah, there's also Invoke Justice. Okay, while our opponent's killing us, I can show you this deck. I think I played this on the stream a little bit ago. But this is where we were at with the Refurbish deck. So, like, the idea behind this deck was that you had Informant, Mutt, and Fable to bin Portal, and then you can refurbish Portal, but you also have, like, Engine, which you can flashback, discard outlet for Portal. Portaling back Engine is pretty cool. Portaling back Mutt and Informant are both fine, too. So this is where I was at with the refurbish Portal deck. This deck felt powerful, and I think there's something here. I think Brennan messaged me on Twitter, and he had like 3-4 ones in a row with this deck. So, I mean, he's been doing pretty well with it, and he likes it a lot. So, still want to meld Urza. I do too, but I don't know how. Like, what's the best way to meld Urza? Convince Fable into Cruelty can be a Pioneer playable curve. Fable into the Cruelty of Gix. Cruelty of Dix, by the way. Reveals their hand, you choose a creature or planeswalker. Oh, so it is read ahead. Put their creature from graveyard onto the battlefield under your any graveyard, huh? What's the rest of that deck look like, Tarmagal? It's like a mid-range deck? Yeah, Harvesters, maybe Epicures. Probably not Epicure. Epicure is just such a weak card by itself. At least Harvester is just a better card. Oh, you want to reanimate Titan of Industry. Okay, I'm with you. I am with you. Kind of like you remember the Jund Transmogrify deck that people were playing for a little bit? It was just like 4 Titan of Industry, and then Fable's Careful Cultivations to get tokens for Transmogrify. I thought it was kind of sweet. Am I not deterministically dead? They have 2 petitions. Can't they just petition for Approach twice? Yeah, they can just petition for Approach twice. I'm dead. You win. I quit. Mm. Mm. So good. All right, round 3. This hand looks really good. I'll keep it. Was that 3-mana card from Kamigawa that allows your lands to tap for an additional mana? Heartbeat of Spring? Is that what you're thinking about? I don't know. I don't get it. Yeah, it's like a heavier flyleaf kind of thing. Oh, blue-white control. Well, I already have 2 losses, so I could just scoop. And I feel like I'm probably going to. Yeah, I'm not going to waste anybody's time. Blue-white fucking sucks. Alright, song request from Siebes.